All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the deep. Of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game, that has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 2.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go,
there is a hush indeed. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Look at me. Score, fight.
On second down now. It's Armstrong. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll drop the throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Go. Hey, seam 6.
On first down, Armstrong. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Going up top for Cup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give right side. It's Armstrong, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
On the ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll set up a throw. Caught by Montgomery. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
So maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's going right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
180. Check.
Mayfield now from the 50. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Mayfield off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Come on, Lyle. You better not.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill. Check 99. Check 99. On the ball. On the ball. Safe. Big river.
Now they'll run on the draw. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
218, chopper. 5.
Looking to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves. All get
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40, the 30. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, Sam off. Check 25. Check 25. Back. 80 weapons. Hey, watch this. Now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's the first catch of the game for Cup, and he's got a first down.
Hey, wahoo!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Let's get it.
2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Chubb on the counter. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Good job.
Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Got an open man, it's Scott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back. In sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shelton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Get it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
First down, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let's go, D. Watch tight end, watch tight end.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pitch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mayfield now. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.